It is already halfway through 2023, and initially I had thought about doing a kind of 2023 so far in perfume type of video, but I figure the fact that I'm doing these weekly rotation videos, you're kind of up to date on the stuff that I've been trying, and I don't want to inadvertently repeat myself in terms of talking about stuff that I've discovered this year and what I've liked, because I do talk about them because I'm wearing them, and every week I'll talk about something I've been enjoying. When I was thinking about this video, I realized that couple of the new bottles that I purchased this year, as well as an upcoming purchase, very much feature the note of incense / frankincense, specifically frankincense I'm talking about. And I'm going to review one of them today in this video, because the three that I've bought, or the three that I'll have, including one I haven't bought yet, are all fantastic perfumes. So the first one I'm going to talk about is from Amouage. This was released in 2009, and interestingly, the credit for the composition goes to three perfumers obviously worked on it, and they've been given credit. This is the beautiful green wonder bottle of Epic Woman. And you might know this from watching me for a while, I have really found much more treasure in the women's line of Amouage than I have in the men's. You know how much I love Fate Woman. I've reviewed what's the black one now? I've reviewed a couple of the women's line. Memoir Woman. Yeah, I think it was Memoir Woman. And this is by far one of the best frankincense notes in a perfume that I've smelled. But it's not just about that. Let's spray it on and smell. So it has been around since 2009. It is still in production as far as I know, because I still see it on shelves where Amouage is stocked here. I do have some. I've lost my train of thought now. I will just quickly show you the packaging, since I have decided to keep it. So, like probably a lot of other Amouage packaging, lifts up and the bottle fits in nicely like that. This one here is a magnetic cap. I'll get that later. All right, let's talk about the perfume. Oh my God. It opens up very peppery to me. Now I know that pink pepper is a listed note here, but the effect is almost like a black pepper. It really gives that sort of cool heat, if you like. And underneath it all is like a really dry, and what I would describe as dusty pink rose, and it basically underpins everything above it in the opening. So it's a spicy opening. The frankincense almost comes across as very dry. It illustrates its really dry, piney facets. And when it begins to dry down, so you can imagine the opening is spicy, dry, very kind of, high pitched in the frequency of perfume notes. So it's obviously, these are the top notes, but as it begins to develop, all the resins start to mellow. And the thing that stays constant through this whole development in this perfume is the rose. And I think there's also some green aspects in this rose. Well, it's not just a rose accord, but it's a floral accord where the rose dominates. There's almost some kind of green, spicy geranium intertwined with that as well. Then as it dries down, the frankincense sort of kind of starts to fade, but it almost morphs like seamlessly into a different type of resin. So you go from this peppery, dry, piney resin frankincense, and as it dries down, and it's probably an illusion, an olfactory illusion, where the rose suddenly sort of envelops itself in that accord, and all of a sudden you're smelling rose, but you're smelling a different type of resin, and it's a sweeter resin. It very much resembles something like a benzoin, but everything is dry. This never gets too what I would describe as opulent and too damp in the notes, and I really, what really interests me about the composition of this perfume is that if this had been put in a bottle and had no mention of gender and who it's supposed to be for, there is nothing that I smell here that would suggest that it's any less masculine than probably Epic Man, for instance. This is what frustrates me, and I know that Amouage do this, and other houses do this because they can sell more, I guess. I don't know if it works as a marketing strategy, but at least they get to sell an Epic Man and an Epic Woman. I don't know, and they would be different perfumes as well. But every time I wear this and I live through its development on my skin, it's kind of, I feel like I am living through a story being told on perfume. What that story is, I don't know. It's like a very abstract story, or maybe I'm wearing an abstract, the equivalent to looking at an abstract painting where I can see things only I can see, and here I smell things in the opening, then 2 hours later something different. My point being is that this continually keeps me interested all through the wear, and it's pardon the pun, an epic wear, because this on my skin is just living for 12 hours, and there's no way I could understand anyone complaining about performance. And when you have something that smells this good, of course you're never going to complain about it lasting too long. It sometimes gets me pretty emotional. I don't know what's coming over me. Maybe I'm just in a mood, but boy, this is just one of the best things I've smelled in a while, and lucky me, 2023 so far, I've gotten to smell some amazing new perfumes, and perfumes that have been around for 15 years. Have I got my maths right? Yes. I think, given how little I had read about Epic Woman previously, and probably along with a few other Amouage women's line perfumes, criminally under talked about, but Epic Woman is just one I would tell everyone to smell if you are a lover of incense, if you're a lover of rose and spice. And of course, you know that Amouage are going to get their resins right because they just do it right. And it's so interesting just smelling that off the spray and then smelling what was on my skin. There is just a world of difference between what comes out of the spray in the first couple of seconds to what it dries down to. Just in that time, it's developed so much, but I can still smell everything as well. Boy. All right, that's my review of Epic Woman. I have nothing really much to add to that other than you can tell how much I like it. So you should try it. And I'll see you soon. Bye.